Coming up on After the Whistle, we take you into the best from District 6 basketball and wrestling.
Plus, one women's basketball star inches closer to a historic milestone.
And Penn State wrestling dominates the weekend in Michigan. All that and more right now on After the Whistle. Welcome to After the Whistle. I'm Allie Winskowski.
And I'm Jacob Zachariah. Today we'll continue our coverage of the best action from boys and girls District 6 sports.
Let's start with boys basketball as the state-high Little Lions host Cumberland Valley. The 12-1 Eagles traveled to State High to face off against the 6-7 Little Lions. Second quarter, Zion Nichols on the fast break slams the ball down, giving State High a 3-point lead. A few minutes later, Aiden Angus now hits from the three on the near wing, putting State High up 15-14. Cumberland Valley wouldn't go away though. Third quarter, Aiden Deal in the corner for three. Eagles take a 1-point lead. A few plays later, Eagles are starting to heat up. Jake Snyder hits the tray ball, extending Cumberland's lead to 8. Near the end of the fourth quarter, Nolan Bazooka goes up for the layup, gets fouled, count it, and one. Eagles take an 11-point lead, putting the game to rest. Cumberland Valley leaves State College with the win, advancing to 13-1 on the season. State College falls to 6-8.
Cora Rodriguez was at State College High School before their game. Cora, how does the team match up tonight?
The Little Lions JV team is currently practicing behind me as they take on the Harrisburg Cougars tonight. It was originally supposed to be on Friday night, but it was postponed to today due to the snowstorm across District 6. The State College Lady Little Lions is currently, their tip-off is 7:30 p.m. They're third in the rankings, but they're closely behind Altoona and Central Dauphin with 3 games behind.
Thanks, Cora. Hopefully the games can get on time tonight. Penn State's women's basketball had a 2-game homestand starting on Thursday against Purdue. Our After the Whistle reporter Will Dirksen was at that game. Will, what stood out in this one?
Thanks, Allie. Prior to this season, Lady Lions head coach Carolyn Keeger brought several transfers to Happy Valley. And during Thursday's 13-point win over Purdue, 2 of the veterans stepped up. Let's take a look.
On a night where McKenna Marisa scored 2 points and would ultimately get benched for some game action, 2 other Lady Lions carried the load. In her first home game for Penn State, graduate student Ashley Owusu wasted no time in impressing the crowd with her versatility.
Kind of just being able to play off my teammates and have them play off of me, and kind of just making reads off the ball. That being able to play on the ball, off the ball, in the post is what I think has been working.
While Owusu finished with 19 points in her home debut, she was not the only veteran who contributed.
Ashley Owusu and Tay Valladay combined for 41 points in Penn State's win. After the game, Valladay credited Keeger for making her a better player.
The things that Keegs hound on, and I guess our characteristics are similar in some ways, so kind of feeding off that, but also stepping up to the challenge that she set for me when I first decided to come.
The 2 transfers' performances reflect a unique aspect of Keeger's team.
Just want to say how a joy it is to coach a team that's this deep, right? I think everybody that played tonight scored. Obviously, we're 12 deep now with a healthy roster, which is really refreshing.
Owusu and Valladay's success in the blue and white is the latest example of the immediate impact the transfer portal can have on a college program. Jacob, back to you.
Thank you, Will. The Lady Lions were rolling versus the Boilermakers. But could they do the same against the Cornhuskers on Sunday? Nebraska coming into town to face the Lady Lions. We'll start early in the first quarter. The inbound pass to Jessica Petrie, where she Euro steps a Nittany Lion defender for the easy layup. Final seconds of the first half now. Tay Valladay drives into the paint, kicks it to Shea Chesky, who buries the 3, gives the Lady Lions a 10-point lead at the half. Now the third quarter. Ashley Owusu drives, kicks it to Chesky, who continues to stay hot, giving them a 48-32 lead. Still in the third quarter here. McKenna Marissa drives into the paint, steps back. Oh my God, look at the free throw line, shows the shot. Oh my God, 52-36, Lady Lions up now. 2 minutes left in the game. Owusu working hard against the defender, steps back and nothing but net. 73-66, Penn State leads. The Lady Lions hold on to the win, 82-73 over the Cornhuskers. Penn State improved to 13-5 on the season, while Nebraska falls to 13-6. The Lady Lions are riding a 3-game win streak as they head to Evanston to face off against Northwestern tomorrow. Jenna Wisman was our reporter covering Sunday's matchup. Jenna, what did you see?
The story was all about McKenna Marissa being 18 points away from 2,000, but Nebraska's game plan didn't allow that to happen. Let's take a look. Whether it was from fouls or frustration, this game was far from calm. The Lady Lions looked to make this their 3rd straight league win, but it was far from easy. The Cornhuskers were able to hold Penn State's McKenna Marissa to 7 points, which called for teammates to step up. Graduate guard Ashley Owusu and sophomore Shea Chesky did just that. Owusu scored 20 points and Chesky ended the game with 17. Nebraska was able to come back in the 4th quarter, cutting a 21-point deficit to 5 points.
We just talked about shot selection. I thought we had a lot of weird shots. We went away from what was working in the 3rd quarter, which was sharing the ball and movement and pace, and I think we forced up a lot of ill-advised shots there in the 4th quarter, and myself as a coach, that's on me, and we'll go back and we'll fix that, but I have to do a better job with shot quality and shot selection at the end of a game when we're trying, to push that lead versus obviously have them come back like they did.
But it wouldn't be enough. The Lady Lions were able to use their frustration as motivation and take the win at home by a score of 82-73. But that wouldn't be any consolation for McKenna Marissa because once again she was denied her 2,000th point. This win makes their overall record 13-5. Marissa looks to get closer to her 2,000 points Thursday night as the Lady Lions head to Northwestern. Thanks, Jenna. Coming up after the break, we'll show you highlights from District 6 wrestling this past week.
Plus, Penn State wrestling secures 2 dominant victories over the weekend.
But for now, here are some of the scores around the district.
Welcome back to After the Whistle, brought to you by Com Radio, the Center County Report, and Penn State's chapter of Awesome.
Penn State wrestling had an eventful weekend in the Mid-Penn State, but first let's look at high school wrestling in District 6. We'll head over to Bellefonte, where the Red Raiders host the visiting Eagles in a wrestling dual meet. The teams are getting ready to go there, and we're going to have the captain's coin flip to start things off. We're going to go to the 215 weight class, where we'll have Gage Gardner for Bald Eagle battling Logan Rarick for the home team. Gardner would take Rarick to his back and get the pin in the opening match, giving Bald Eagle a quick 6-0 lead. Moving to the 139 class, Ezra Swisher erased the shutout and earned Bellefonte's only pin of the night over Connor Manny. And to close things out, there's none other than Caleb Close. The junior from Bald Eagle made it look easy, and in just a little after a minute of time, had the pin over freshman Luke Hockenberry of Bellefonte. Bald Eagle would soar home with the 52-9 victory and will take on Central Mountain tomorrow.
The #1 ranked Penn State wrestling team has come out hot to start the season. The team traveled to Michigan over the weekend to face number 11 Michigan and Michigan State in dual meets after grabbing their first shutout win of the season over Indiana 5 days earlier. The Nittany Lions pounced on the Wolverines in a 27-9 victory. 2 days later, in East Lansing, Penn State got its second shutout victory of the year, dominating the Spartans 35-0. The team stays on the road when they face Maryland on Sunday. Well, I don't know about you, but Penn State wrestling's rolling. It's a shame that their football team can't be that good, but, it is what it is, right?
Absolutely, but Penn State wrestling is just dominant on the mat. But that'll do it for our coverage for this week's show. Tune in next week for more District 6 sports and Penn State athletics.
For more updates about our show's time and our coverage of games, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ATWPSU. We'll see you next week here on After the Whistle.